This module, this tiny module that I'm holding in my hands, is one of the most powerful ESP32 development boards. Yes, it's a S3 240 MHz, and using this cute display EInk 200 by 200 pixels. In today's video I will show you couple of example codes, interesting example codes, using the ESP32-S3 that I got from Aliexpress, and it cost around $4 to $5. And let's start today's video. So this is the ESP32-S3 Super Mini board, and when you order it from Aliexpress it will arrive like this, nothing attached. Okay, but on the second ESP32-S3 module that I will work in this video, I have attached a pin header at the front, and from behind I also attach another pin header, 4 pins, you can see that, so I can easily attach my DIY modules like this one, which is 2-button, or the temperature sensor that I will use. In this case this is AHT20 plus BMP280. It can measure temperature, humidity, pressure, altitude. And also I will use the very beautiful EInk or e-paper display 200 by 200 pixels. And take a look why I'm making my own DIY modules, because I hate wires. And take a look at the front pin header. I can attach the display just like this, and on the second pin header that I place it behind the board, I can attach the buttons just like this, or remove that and attach the temperature sensor. Isn't that nice? So let's see the first example code, which is, as you can see, the main menu with clock, Wi-Fi scan, system and messages. What kind of messages? So using 2 buttons I can control the menu, and I'm using a partial refresh. It's not full refresh on the display, which is super nice. Take a look. I can choose clock, and it's a Wi-Fi project. I forgot to tell you. Right now it shows the time that is pulling from the Wi-Fi network. Going back, I can scan Wi-Fi networks. It will show only my network. Alright, going back, and when you go to the system, it will show the IP address that is connected, and also the Wi-Fi signal meter, which is pretty awesome and useful thing. And we have also messages, and if you visit the IP address that you see on your phone, just to grab my phone and take a look, here I wrote hello and submit. Take a look, hello. Isn't that nice? I'm gonna write give a like. Whoa. Give a like, submit. Take a look. Now I have a Wi-Fi message board. I can get out from these messages and go to the main menu, and isn't working like a charm with partial refresh, not full refresh on the display, which is very good progress in the code. And to mention, all the codes will be in description below, so you can check it. And let's see now the next example. Just to explain, for the display I am using from pin number 8 to pin number 14. These pins are for the display, and for my second pin header I'm using pin number 6 and pin number 7. Also I'm getting 3.3 volts and ground using these thin wires. And here it is the second example, which is mini weather station for showing the temperature, the humidity, the pressure, the altitude, and it's working very good. Also, you can find the codes in description below, so you can check them and take a look. I can play with the modules, which is pretty awesome, and that's why I placed the pin headers so I can attach my modules. And take a look. Did you know that if you remove from the ESP32, the EInk display stays on, which is awesome. What does it says in description? It says the same thing as the title: ESP32 1.14-inch LCD board with microcontroller, 32-bit Extensa, dual-core 240 MHz, operating voltage 3.3 volts, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, flash size 4 MB for 520 kilobytes SRAM. It have 34 GPIO pins, 4 SPI pins, alright, 1 slave SDIO SPI pin, and also they included in the description the pin mapping of the screen, so you can know which pins are used. Also in description you can find how you can install the libraries for the ST7789 driver, which is pretty cool, and also they include here a sample code, but I'm not gonna use that. So let me explain a little bit. On the front side we have the 1.1-inch TFT screen, and also we have this transparent plexiglass to protect the screen, which is pretty nice. We have the reset button and the boot button, the Type-C connector for interface with the computer. What it says: ESP Room 32 Idea Spark, and we have a connector for attaching a battery, maybe, or this is for attaching a speaker. We're gonna figure out. And we have one more button that can be programmed: 2 LEDs, 1 power and 1 programmable LED. And yes, I'm gonna remove the protector. Oh, isn't that nice? NeoWing, tap to start. Take a look. Do you remember this game? Oh, game over. I made a mini version of Flappy Bird with score and everything, but it's difficult to play, but not impossible. 6 points, 7 points. Game over. I upload the code and let's see it. It's a stress code for the LCD or TFT screen, and take a look at the graphics. This is beautiful, like stars in the space, mixing some graphics. Here it is, the almost matrix effect. Wow, this is beautiful. Graphics Deluxe Stress version 2. This one, it's a ESP32-66 development board with OLED screen and only 2 colors, and the resolution is 128 by 64 pixels, and the processor is much less powerful than the ESP32, which is 240 MHz processor with TFT screen and color. Much better. Maybe it's a little bit more expensive, but believe me, this is a great development board.